I want to have a conversation about yet another totally unnecessary clash between demonstrators and police, yet again in Melbourne. Now, apparently there were just 40 people, and I know nothing more than that number, 40 people that were involved in the latest version of the Let Women Speak march, rally, appearance, 40. But because a whole bunch of people need to combat hate and shut it down and many more of that, let's do this on a Sunday after we've had our brunch, or maybe before, man. Let's have a little punch on with the cops. That's how they get their, their cardio in. But of course, it is just a perfect example here again, Lee, where when the left has its marches, there is no counter-march, right? There is no one who stands in their way and says, look, I don't care what you believe, I don't care what your evidence is. No, right? But every single time someone on the right tries to do whatever they wish to do in small numbers like 40, instead of just ignoring it, because if you've got a protest of 40 people, I guarantee you how many people are going to pay attention to it, 4/5 of bugger all. But the only reason I talk about it even existing tonight is because of the counter-protest. This has been going on for years, but it's really ramped up in the past few years. And I'm not suggesting that everyone leaves the house every time some lefty's got an idea of how to stuff up somebody else's weekend. But, Lee, in terms of the fight, in terms of the debate, we've got to think about it like they think about it, which is every single day is not a day to put the feet up, but every single day is a day to take them on.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what's really disappointing is the only way that they can protest or anti-protest against this is through violence and aggression. Mm-hmm. You know, they ask for respect in return, but yet they can't respect the free speech of the organisation, the group that actually spoke up. And first of all, I just want to apologise to this group who actually had to go through this, and actually thank them for standing up and speaking up and helping to defend our women's rights, which have been eroded by all this wokeness and gender ideology in schools and male and female change rooms, etc. Now, the fact that they had to be confronted with aggression, police officers were injured, I believe, and if it was actually anti-transgender or, protesting against it, why were there signs of death to Australia?
Correct.
So I do not believe that it was actually, they were there for those reasons other than pure left activists using it as a platform and a grandstand to push more division and more hatred in this country. And it's enough. I also want to know why they were wearing masks. We need to make a stand and we have to stop this. I firmly believe that all masks should be banned at any protest. I don't care what protest it's for. If you show up in a mask, you are nothing but a coward. We need to put legislation in and to make a stand and give the police officers the powers to arrest them. And if you wear a mask, you will never be allowed to protest again in this country. Stop being a coward and let people have free speech and stop counteracting it with aggression. 100%.
100%. Look, I gave it to those losers that were wearing the masks walking in the middle of the night in Melbourne last week, right? I'm planning a whole thing tomorrow about the comparison, which is how the media focused a lot on the masks when it was those people marching, but virtually no mention of the masks of the people who were marching today. I agree completely with everything that Lee just said about those who wish to hide behind the mask.